the diversity in the workplace for officiating. I think it's going to be a roller coaster, but I think it's going to be one of the most exhilarating, fun rides I've probably ever been on starting this journey.
You're now tuned into the BeOfficial Movement.
Check this out. Join the BeOfficial Movement.
Join the BeOfficial Movement.
The diversity in the workplace for officiating. So we spoke off air about you seeing an average age of officials about 44 and then me seeing an average age of officials for about 55. It's a 10-year difference. What are some things that you see in that age difference?
Yeah, well, to my earlier point, with being able to see somebody that I can relate with, seeing someone that looks like me, that's always important. And officiating is no exception in terms of the disproportionate number as far as race and gender, in terms of the demographic of officials, predominantly white, predominantly male, and I don't have the numbers in terms of athletes. That's probably be a challenging number to get, depending on state, sport, and so on. But the bottom line is there's work to be done with diversifying the officiating demographic in the state and in the country. And I think that will always be important. When the high school person sees their 45-year-old officials, you know, it's hard. I mean, that's like mom, dad, you know, or whoever. Whereas if it's someone that is their age, slightly older, college age, I think there can be, and it's not to say that older officials can't establish positive relationships, so on and so forth, but I think there is a greater likelihood that a student will see themselves in a person who is more closer in age and demographic features as they are. And so I think it speaks to the need to actively continue to try to expose people to officiating and what the profession is, and broaden their perspective with what this actually looks like.
Right. And
the tremendous number of options that they actually have in terms of how they can make a living doing so.
Yeah, and we spoke about, you know, this is a profession that, you know, not many people of the younger ages really know about, and I think that's something that here at BeOfficial, I really want to, you know, bridge that gap. So you spoke on the 45-year-old officials. My eyes, yeah, you're right. When I was in high school, that's like mom and dad age or guardian age. But if it was, I think just to add to your point, I feel like me seeing that lets me know, just even without any communication to them, that that's something that I could be in the next 3 years.
Yes.
Versus seeing my mom or dad, and that's something I could be when I get my mom and dad's age, you know. And when they're thinking about their future in high school, they're not. When they see that, they think like, okay, well, I don't want to be a referee. If that's all they do, like I don't want to do that. I want to be a doctor or want to go to the pros. Like they're thinking more broad and bigger things, but they don't see it as like a practical thing for them in the next 3 years. That's why that communication barrier is so like large right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a hard disconnect to try to bridge for sure. And you know, even if people don't make a career out of it,
right,
then it's good supplemental income.
Oh, for sure.
And you know, the economy is doing really well. People aren't trying to find as many jobs because people have them. But I think to your point, when I worked in student affairs, all the people who are seeking on-campus employment and all these different academic and non-academic and service areas. I rarely see or hear about officiating as a possibility. So I think it again speaks to perhaps marketing and education about the very broad scope of the profession.
Right.
So no, this can be a part-time thing for you. It
Right.
could be a part-time thing for you even when you're your parents' age.
Right.
It's one more possibility among many that people can pursue to help develop themselves, to develop skills outside the classroom that can potentially have really long-lasting effects and lifelong lessons, just the same as athletics does.
And some of my past videos, I talk about how officiating can help you build like your leadership and networking skills, even personal fitness as well.
Absolutely.
So I think, like you said, marketing, getting the word out there, making it known that this is an opportunity for people, and there is a large need for it right now. So anybody who is listening to this or will watch the video in the future, there's a significant shortage, and we will always, at least at this point, be accepting people to become, referees or, training them up, because referees, like you said, for some people it's a part-time thing. For other people, it's a career thing. So people are constantly going to come and go on different age groups at different levels and different sports. We kind of talked about off air. It's not just limited to like basketball, football, soccer, and volleyball. We got swimming, cross country, track, wrestling, hockey,
gymnastics, cheer,
lacrosse, all these different sports and avenues that just kind of go unheard of. So I really want to bridge that gap with this movement, and I appreciate you here coming on the show. Do you have any
pleasure.
Closing remarks that you want our audience or listeners to hear?
Well, I'm really proud of you. And,
thank you. I appreciate it.
And I'm excited for you. I mean, it's a wonderful vision that is based on your own experience, your own path, and your own goals and aspirations. And it's obviously needed. And so to help be supportive with a group and an organization like this, as you're really building from the ground up, is humbling, and I'm happy to be here. I think BeOfficial has tremendous potential, and so I hope that you'll continue to do this. I hope that you'll continue to educate people and provide opportunities for people to learn more about officiating, for you to share your own testimony about what your experience has been, and to continue to bridge your network of professionals and others to help get you to where you want to go. Off here, we talked a little bit about your long-term global goals, and that's wonderful, and I want you to keep holding on to that. But I also be patient, and the iteration by impacting the people who are closest to you will do much good. So those local networks and community development, you have to start somewhere, and I think you're starting in a very, very receptive place. So that's all. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see the work that you're going to continue to do in this area.
Yeah.
And I'm sure to the benefit of a lot of people.
Well,
so keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Adam, man. I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot, and you're right. I'm gonna do my best. I'm not gonna do my best. I'm gonna keep, trying to educate full throttle. And I know you do have to start somewhere. So that's why I want to start here. When I talk to other, people like yourself, and they're just like appreciate the process. You gotta take it day by day, step by step.
Right.
As long as I can impact, if I can impact one person, then that person can impact somebody else, and then it kind of grows from there. So, I follow you. I appreciate you supporting this company, this show, this
Absolutely.
myself, and it is going to be I think it's going to be a roller coaster, but I think it's going to be one of the most exhilarating, fun rides I've probably ever been on starting this journey. So.
And I suspect you're 100% correct.
All right, Adam. Well, thank you for being on the show. Again, you're listening to the BeOfficial Movement on WIDR Kalamazoo. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at BeOfficialMVMT. Our website will be launching soon, so stay on the lookout for that. And thanks again, Adam.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Awesome.
You're now tuned into the BeOfficial Movement.
Check this out. Join the BeOfficial Movement.
Join the BeOfficial Movement.